Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet have been making headlines again. And this time, it's clear that things behind the scenes are far more complicated than what we're seeing on the surface. While Kylie continues to keep herself in the public eye with holiday planning and fashion preparations, Timothée's behavior has grown increasingly distant, leaving fans and insiders alike questioning the state of their relationship. There's a pattern here that's impossible to ignore, and it's one that blends personal tension with the pressures of Hollywood appearances and public perception. Before we dive deeper, make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on. Stories like this move fast, and every new development shifts the conversation. You'll want to be here when things unfold. Now, let's unpack what's really going on. Reports suggest that Kylie is determined to include Timothée in her Christmas celebrations. She's reportedly planning a festive setup, complete with her children, holiday decor, and events that would typically signal a close-knit, happy couple. But Timothée? He's reportedly lukewarm at best, attentive only when it serves a public appearance or a photo opportunity, distant at other times, and seemingly uninterested in committing to holiday plans. That distance hasn't gone unnoticed, and it paints a picture of a relationship where one person is deeply invested while the other is holding back. Observers point to several public appearances that illustrate this tension. Timothée notably skipped Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party, an event packed with celebrities and industry figures, which naturally raised questions about his priorities. Even when they did appear together, like at the New York Yankees game, the chemistry seemed off. Fans noticed a lack of warmth, limited physical affection, and subtle body language cues that suggest disengagement. The contrast between those moments and earlier, more affectionate appearances, particularly during awards season, has fueled speculation that the relationship is not what it once was. And yet, Kylie isn't stepping back. She's reportedly moving full steam ahead with holiday plans, styling sessions, and red carpet preparations, including outfits for the Globes, the Oscars, and even Timothée's Grammy appearances. For Kylie, there's more at stake than just her personal satisfaction. Her brand is closely tied to how she's perceived in the public eye. Being connected to a high-profile actor like Timothée is valuable for maintaining her image, influencing her audience, and reinforcing her status in Hollywood. In other words, this isn't purely about love. It's about presence, perception, and positioning. The relationship dynamic is further complicated by Timothée's own circle. Sources indicate that his friends and family are not particularly supportive of Kylie, citing concerns about her being a mother of two. That perspective may be influencing his distance. Additionally, there's the suggestion that he has personal boundaries when it comes to engaging with children if the romantic relationship isn't serious. While this could be interpreted as integrity, it also adds a layer of tension and, for Kylie, possibly frustration and anxiety. Reports of recent conflicts highlight just how strained things have become. Kylie reportedly pushed for Thanksgiving and Christmas plans, only to be met with resistance from Timothée. That disagreement led to a significant argument, with sources noting that Timothée has been quietly trying to disentangle himself without a public announcement. Part of that strategy appears to involve guidance from Kris Jenner, who allegedly advised him on the timing of any public split, emphasizing the potential negative impact on his career if a breakup were to happen during a high-profile period or around upcoming movie releases. Even as tension grows, Kylie continues to focus on appearances and brand management. She's reportedly coordinating with top stylists, planning red carpet outfits, and working meticulously to ensure every public appearance reflects the polished, influential image she's cultivated. This focus on brand and perception demonstrates how intertwined Kylie's personal life and professional image are. And it may also explain why she's so determined to keep Timothée involved in holiday plans despite the apparent lack of reciprocity. Timothée's pattern of behavior also contributes to the imbalance. He can be attentive and charming when it suits public appearances, but his hot and cold approach leaves Kylie in a constant state of uncertainty. She reportedly has been reaching out through calls and texts that remain unanswered for weeks at a time. Observers and insiders alike suggest that this lack of communication is a clear signal of disengagement. To Kylie, it's not just frustrating, it's destabilizing. The public sees one version of their relationship, but privately, it seems increasingly one-sided. Another layer to consider is the contrast between earlier appearances and current behavior. During award season, the couple was frequently seen together, affectionate and engaged. Now, months later, the warmth has noticeably cooled. Kylie's push for public engagement, especially around holidays, seems to meet with reluctance and distance from Timothée, creating a recurring pattern of tension that insiders say is growing more pronounced. The stakes are not just emotional, but professional. Kylie's public image thrives on high-profile associations, and being linked to a star like Timothée strengthens her brand. She's reportedly planning every detail of holiday appearances, outfits, and events with this in mind. For her, maintaining the public perception of a committed relationship may be as important as the relationship itself. This focus on perception and influence is consistent with Kylie's long history of aligning personal decisions with professional visibility. Family influence adds yet another dimension. Kris Jenner's involvement in advising Timothée highlights the intersection of personal and professional concerns. Sources indicate that family counsel has shaped decisions around public communication, including the timing of any potential breakup. The goal appears to be minimizing damage to public image and career trajectory, particularly given Timothée's upcoming film projects and increased visibility in Hollywood. Despite these challenges, Kylie's forward momentum is evident. She's not letting the tension slow her down. She's preparing for major award shows, planning appearances, and ensuring that every detail reflects the public image she wants to project. Her commitment to maintaining appearances underscores the balance she constantly navigates between personal emotion and professional presentation. The ongoing conflict also reveals deeper patterns. Observers note the lack of reciprocity in communication, the repeated hot and cold behavior, and Kylie's apparent frustration with one-sided efforts to maintain closeness. These patterns, coupled with public absence and private distance, have fueled speculation about the longevity and health of the relationship. Kylie's insistence on including Timothée in holiday plans, despite his disengagement, highlights the tension between desire and necessity. While there may be personal longing involved, there is also a clear connection to brand strategy, public perception, and the curated image that Kylie has maintained for years. And yet, Timothée's distance cannot be ignored. Reports suggest he's been avoiding engagement, ignoring calls and texts, and maintaining a low profile publicly. This combination of visible detachment and private avoidance has contributed to speculation that the relationship may be nearing a critical juncture. Insiders suggest that while nothing has been officially declared, the signs point to a growing disconnect. At the same time, Kylie's planning demonstrates a resilience and focus that is characteristic of her public persona. She's coordinating appearances, styling sessions, and event preparations with precision, demonstrating her ability to maintain control over her narrative even when personal circumstances are unsettled. This balance between personal tension and professional strategy is a recurring theme in Kylie's life and career, reflecting a deliberate approach to public perception and influence. As the story unfolds, it becomes increasingly clear that Kylie's determination to include Timothée in holiday plans is not simply about emotional attachment. There is a strategic component that aligns with her ongoing management of personal branding, media visibility, and industry presence. Every decision, from red carpet outfits to holiday appearances, is a reflection of this broader strategy. Meanwhile, the distance from Timothée continues to create a dynamic that is both visible and influential. Observers note the repeated pattern of engagement during public events, followed by prolonged periods of disengagement. This approach leaves Kylie navigating a relationship that is increasingly unbalanced, with one partner maintaining visibility and commitment, while the other retreats into selective participation. Even with these tensions, Kylie maintains focus on her goals, planning future appearances, coordinating with stylists, and preparing for high-profile events. This forward momentum underscores her commitment to maintaining a public persona that is both influential and highly visible, despite private uncertainty and relational challenges. The relationship, as a whole, presents a complex intersection of personal desire, professional strategy, and public perception. Kylie's investment in holiday planning and event coordination intersects with Timothée's selective engagement, creating an ongoing narrative that is both compelling and unpredictable. The combination of private conflict, public appearances, and strategic brand management sets the stage for continued developments. As Kylie navigates these dynamics, observers remain keenly aware of the patterns of engagement, the absence of reciprocity, and the broader implications for both personal and professional trajectories. At this point, the tension is palpable. Kylie's commitment to public planning and professional presentation contrasts sharply with Timothée's selective involvement, creating a narrative that continues to unfold in real time. Fans, insiders, and observers are watching closely, noting every interaction, absence, and communication pattern as indicators of the relationship's trajectory. It's in this context that we see the subtle, ongoing negotiation between personal desire, public image, and professional strategy. Kylie's efforts to maintain holiday plans and appearances with Timothée reflect both a personal investment and a calculated approach to public perception. Meanwhile, Timothée's distance and selective engagement continue to complicate the picture, leaving questions about the future of the relationship unanswered but highly visible. And as the holiday season approaches, these dynamics are set to play out in increasingly public ways. Kylie's focus on appearances, event coordination, and brand management will continue to intersect with Timothée's pattern of selective involvement, creating ongoing narrative tension. The story is far from over, and the coming weeks promise to reveal more about how these dynamics will ultimately resolve. From what we've seen so far, the relationship's trajectory hinges on a balance between personal investment, public expectation, and professional strategy. Kylie's determination to maintain engagement, appearances, and influence contrasts sharply with Timothée's selective presence and measured distance. That ongoing imbalance is the lens through which much of the current speculation and concern is being interpreted. As the details continue to emerge, one thing remains clear. The story of Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet is far more than just a headline. It's a complex interplay of personal tension, brand strategy, family involvement, and public perception, all unfolding in real time and under intense public scrutiny. It's also worth noting that this isn't purely about personal relationships. For Kylie, public engagement with Timothée carries professional weight. Every appearance, every shared moment, and every holiday event feeds into a broader narrative that reinforces her influence, relevance, and brand identity. Timothée's selective engagement, on the other hand, highlights the challenge of balancing personal desires with career considerations. So as we watch this unfold, it's clear that the story of Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet isn't just gossip. It's a case study in modern celebrity, where personal relationships, family involvement, and professional strategy intersect under the microscope of public attention. And while there's no guarantee how it will resolve, one thing is certain. Fans, insiders, and Hollywood observers will be watching every move, every decision, and every appearance with intense interest. If you want to stay on top of every update, breakdown, and behind-the-scenes insight on Kylie, Timothée, and all the hottest Hollywood stories, make sure to subscribe now and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss a single detail.